including a portable air compressor to help you with flat tires. That's the CBS Morning News for this Thursday. Thanks for watching. I'm Anne Marie Green. Have a great day.
A new Buddy Games Thursday at 8, 7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount+.
This week on CBS Mornings, get the latest overnight developments with team coverage from our correspondents in the Middle East and at the White House. Plus, Nora O'Donnell joins us with special reports from Tel Aviv. Israel at war. CBS Mornings this week.
Nora O'Donnell reports from the Israel-Hamas war tonight on the CBS Evening News.
Glasgow, thank you for watching WNKY CBS 40.
Morgan & Morgan is not only America's largest injury law firm, we're also the only injury law firm in the world with lawyers licensed in all 50 states. With dedicated attorneys focused on personal injury, medical malpractice, insurance disputes, and many others, we have a 30-year track record of getting results for clients just like you. So wherever you are, whatever you need, our firm is ready to take your call. There's only one Morgan & Morgan for the people.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services by Attorney Trade Days. Attention all business owners. Did you own a business with 4 or more full-time W-2 employees between October 2020 and September 2021? If so, you may be entitled up to $26,000 per employee as part of the CARES Act. Don't miss out on your opportunity for compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-613-5408.
Good Thursday morning. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack, tracking warmer conditions today with sunshine, but some big changes roll in for the weekend. I'll tell you all about those changes in my full forecast. News 40 Sunrise starts right now.
Coming up on News 40 Sunrise. You may be wondering how to tell your child about the ongoing situation overseas. We'll discover what health experts recommend to start those conversations and bring comfort to your child. Plus, we'll have the latest update on the ongoing situation in Israel and see what our government says their next steps will be. Then, President Biden says his next goal is tackling those junk fees that follow our bank accounts. But what exactly will that mean for your wallet? We'll have that answer. News 40 Sunrise starts right now. Good morning, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. Today is Thursday, October 12th. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's start off with our top stories. The ongoing UAW strike just got a little bigger as Ford's Kentucky truck plant joined the strike Wednesday. The UAW announced that 8,700 members at Ford's iconic Kentucky plant in Louisville have joined the stand-up strike. The Kentucky truck plant made this decision after Ford refused to make headway in a bargaining agreement. Ford quickly released a statement calling the strike grossly irresponsible but unsurprising. The statement goes on to say that Ford has made an outstanding offer that would improve the quality of life for their 57,000 UAW represented workers. The two sides currently remain at an impasse. We continue to follow the recovery of Simpson County Sheriff Chief Deputy Brett Harper, who was shot in the line of duty Saturday. Simpson County Sheriff Hobson says that after an outpour of community support, his office set up a GoFundMe to raise funds for Deputy Harper. Deputy Harper's family members tell us that his most recent surgery was a success, but he still has a long road to recovery. If you would like to help support Deputy Harper's recovery, you can find his GoFundMe on the Simpson County Sheriff's Facebook page. You can also find additional donation information on our website. That's WNKY.com. And the Warren County Sheriff's Office says they are still working to determine who is responsible for distributing KKK flyers in a local neighborhood. News 40 caught up with Sheriff Brett Hightower to get his thoughts on the Ku Klux Klan flyer that continues to unsettle the community. The flyers were found along Grider Pond Road. The person or group responsible is still not known. The Warren County Sheriff's Department, however, remains interested in the responsible party. Sheriff Hightower tells us what interests him most about this situation.
For us is to identify, to figure out who these people may be or person may be. And then if we were able to have that information to talk to them. And there may be some charges forthcoming for them disseminating and littering within this neighborhood.
If you have any information, you are asked to contact the Warren County Sheriff's Office. That number is 270-842-1633. Relieving news this morning as we're learning new information about the Glasgow church group that was visiting Israel while the country came under attack. Those folks are now back on American soil. In a Facebook post on Wednesday, River Lake Church shared that their group had landed safely in the U.S. Nick Smith, one of the pastors traveling with the group, also posted that the group had landed in Boston and were getting closer to arriving in Barron County. We are also following the return of another church group from Broadway United Methodist Church in Bowling Green, who was also visiting Israel during the time of the attack. The church posted a Facebook message about an hour ago stating the group of about 20 was safely outside of Israel and would be flying home in the coming days. That was a look at your top stories. Now let's bring in meteorologist Darius Mack for a first look at our forecast. Darius.
Thanks, Ashley. Good morning, everybody. Temperatures running a little milder compared to the last couple of mornings. We are currently into the 50s right now. In some locations approaching near 60 degrees. 60 degrees currently in Scottsville this hour. 56 there into Simpson County, 57 in Russellville. As far as those winds are concerned, we have those winds flowing in from the south. It's generally a light and calm wind to start off this morning. We are expecting some breezier conditions, though, as we go later throughout the week. Radar pretty dry and quiet, and that is going to be the case as we go throughout the day today. And good news about today is that we also have sunshine in store, so that is certainly good news. Here's the next system that we're watching. It's going to be associated with this wave of low pressure that's currently spinning in Nebraska. That's going to be bringing us some rain chances that will arrive at least for the latter half of your Friday and in store for the weekend. Here's your commuter forecast. Tracking sunshine today. Weather on the 4 is brought to you by Deborah Pros, attorneys at law.
WNKY News 40, broadcasting live from the German American Bank studio in downtown Bowling Green. Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
New CBS Tonight.
We are halfway to handing out $200,000. From here on out, things are going to get more crazy, more weird, more intense than anything you've experienced so far.
Woo-woo! I am freaked out by this tower. It is so high.
Are you ready?
I freeze up inside.
You can do it! Go, Rachel!
It's decision time. Nobody wants to see any of you guys go. But you got to make a decision.
A new Buddy Games tonight at 8/7 Central on CBS and streaming on Paramount Plus.
The Warren County Public Library presents Becoming Trader Joe author Patty Civillari, Thursday, October 12th at 6 p.m. at the Lisa Rice Library. Free tickets are limited and available at warrenpl.org.
Nice. DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. You'll be so dialed into every play that you forget to eat your wings. You made my wings cold, DraftKings. Flailing your arms like you can disrupt the free throw. Miss, fool! And a home run will have you crying like it's the birth of your child. I'm so happy.
DraftKings Sportsbook is live in Kentucky. New customers, download the app now and bet $5 to get $200 in bonus bets instantly. Because life's more fun when you're in on the action. The crown is yours.
Yeah.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
By getting to know you and keeping you informed every step of the way.
And by dealing with the insurance companies and the paperwork and all of the other hassles that just add to your worries.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
We know you're going through a lot. Reaching out for help should be painless.
The Late Show with Stephen Colbert, weeknights on CBS.
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's 7 minutes past the hour, and now time for Living Well, brought to you by Spring Hill Pharmacy. As headlines detailing violence in Israel and Gaza dominate social media, the news, and many conversations, health experts say the traumatic events can cause a heightened sense of stress and anxiety, especially among children. In today's Health Minute, News 40's Morgan Hoover has more with a therapist on how to talk to kids about what's happening and how to bring them comfort.
The images are scary and heartbreaking. As violence continues in Israel and Gaza, it can feel overwhelming.
You might have personal connections to it. You might be experiencing some triggers from something from your past. And so it's really important to just be aware of what you're feeling and then let go of any shame or judgment around that.
Licensed therapist Jody Baumstein says for young children who haven't been exposed to accounts of the violence, there's no need to talk to them about it. But for older kids who have heard about or seen violent things, she says to be proactive. Don't wait for them to come to you. Talk to them. It's okay to not have answers to their questions.
Really, that's not what they need. Kids don't need a script. They need you to be in it with them and let them know they're not alone in it.
Baumstein says to let them guide the conversation based on what's on their minds. Then listen and offer ways to cope.
How to kind of check their thoughts and see if it's accurate and it's helpful. And you're teaching them strategies to regulate. So if they're feeling overwhelmed, there are things that they can do to calm their body and calm their mind.
If it all feels too overwhelming, take a break from the exposure to the violence. For WNKY News 40, I'm Morgan Hoover.
The number of drug overdose deaths in the United States is still increasing every month, but the pace appears to be slowing. New estimates from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention projects that more than 112,000 people died from a drug overdose in the 12-month period ending in May. That's an increase of more than 2,700 from the previous year. But experts say despite that increase, these numbers are still lower than the jump seen during the early years of the COVID-19 pandemic. The Food and Drug Administration has approved the first over-the-counter version of naloxone, or Narcan, which is a drug used to reverse opioid overdose. The nasal spray is now available in stores and online. Still to come on News 40 Sunrise, the fight between Israel and Hamas militants in Gaza is still on. We have the latest update on what President Biden has to say.
Plus, I'm tracking warmer temperatures today with sunshine, but some big changes roll in for the weekend. That all ahead in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast.
I'm Tony Nicole. Coming up on CBS Mornings, Frasier is back. We'll look at how the hit show's iconic theme song came together. Plus, a quick and easy meal for you in another edition of The Dish Recipe. That's coming up on CBS Mornings. Looks like a one-panner.
On our places, bright, shiny faces.
When you wake up in the morning, we want to be your go-to team.
Nate has one of the quickest minds I've ever seen.
Tony has a way of making people feel comfortable.
Gail has this unbelievable knack to ask the question that you're asking at home.
I've been told I could talk to a tree, and that's pretty much true.
I don't go to work in the morning. I go for coffee with my two good friends, and we talk about the world.
Your morning routine just got better. CBS Mornings, weekdays at 7.
Now with Spectrum, you can get your favorite shows, sports, and streaming content in one place. Introducing Xumo Streambox. Now it's easier than ever to search across live TV, on demand, and the most popular streaming apps to find exactly what you want to watch. It's streaming simplified. Get a free Xumo Streambox when you add Spectrum TV today.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
The wait is over. FanDuel Sportsbook's officially live.
FanDuel makes it so easy to get started.
And you can get paid instantly. That's like the whole point of winning. New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed.
When migraine strikes, are the trade-offs of treating worth it? Ubrelvy is another option. It quickly eliminates migraine pain.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness.
Ask about Ubrelvy.
At Abound Credit Union, we're for new additions and timeless classics. We're for pool parties and double features, islands and islands. Because Abound is for home equity lines of credit that bring value for a living.
We now know at least 24 Americans are dead, dozens still missing as the fighting intensifies between Israel and Hamas militants in the Gaza Strip. President Biden reaffirmed U.S. support for Israel in Washington Wednesday.
In what is, by Washington standards, a surprisingly fast move, House Republicans have agreed for now that Louisiana Representative Steve Scalise will move forward as a candidate for Speaker.
Obviously, we have a very important vote
It's really, really important that this Congress get back to work. We select a speaker, go to the House floor, get to 218, and then get the House working again.
With the full House in session, Scalise needs a simple majority to be elected leader. In a secret ballot behind closed doors today, he reportedly had the support of 113 of his Republican peers, which means this legislative tug of war is still far from over, and adding pressure to the politics. For the fifth day now, rockets fill the air between Gaza and Israel, a fight that could soon shift to the ground, with Israeli tank battalions gathering along the border and more than 300,000 soldiers shifting from reserve to active duty. U.S. support growing in the region. American warships and fighter jets now in place in the eastern Mediterranean. The first shipment of American weapons and ammunition landing in Israel overnight. And we now know a team of U.S. military technical experts experienced in hostage recovery are on the ground as advisors with reports of dozens of American hostages in Gaza.
This attack was a campaign of pure cruelty. Not just hate, but pure cruelty against the Jewish people.
President Biden meeting this afternoon with Jewish community leaders at the White House, promising continued support. But additional funding and resources won't come without congressional approval. And that can't happen until there's a new Speaker of the House.
It's unclear when the House of Representatives will have a speaker again. The Republican nominee is struggling to get enough support to win a floor vote. That could be bad news for the U.S. economy. Representative Steve Scalise is the GOP nominee for Speaker of the House. His former opponent is endorsing him, but that's not the end of the story. Scalise needs 217 votes to become Speaker, and some Republicans say they won't support him. For now, the House is effectively paralyzed with a key ally at war. Meanwhile, Congress needs to pass a spending plan to avoid a government shutdown next month.
It's now time for a full check of your forecast. News 40 meteorologist Darius Max starting off the morning with temperatures on the milder side compared to the last few mornings where we were in the 30s and 40s. Today, we're starting off into the 50s. And unlike yesterday where it's been cloudy, today we got more in the way of sunshine, and temperatures are going to be trending much warmer as well, especially by this afternoon. It's currently 54 degrees at the Bowling Green Regional Airport, 59 there into Allen County, 55 in Simpson County. And those winds are flowing in from the south. It's going to be the southerly breeze that's going to usher in the nice warm feel for us as we go throughout the day today. Generally light and calm winds to start off this morning. Radar is a clean sweep. That's going to be the case as we go throughout the day today. We're kind of in between two systems. We got some rain to the north across the Nebraska area and into South Dakota, and also extending all the way through Iowa, through the Chicago area, and even into northern Indiana and Ohio. But also there's a wave of low pressure that's currently spinning across the southeast, bringing lots of rain there all the way from North Carolina all the way down towards the Jacksonville and central portions of Florida areas as that continues to drift off towards the east. But I am going to be tracking some changes our way. It's going to be a bit breezy as we go through the day for your Friday. And in fact, most of your Friday is actually looking dry. As we go for latter Friday and early into the weekend, that's when I am expecting some changes to arrive. And this is going to be associated with this wave of low pressure that's going to spin up some warmer air ahead of it. But behind it, it's going to wrap around some cooler Canadian air and also some breezy and windy conditions to follow as we work into the weekend. Rain chances with temperatures as we go over the next 7 days. Notice the rain chances are kind of slight for your Friday. Really not tracking much in the way of rain chances, but we'll have some rain around and some wind. Notice as we go for the weekend, we'll still have some shower chances, but temperatures are going to be dropping, especially by Sunday as well, with temperatures that may struggle to even make it to 60 degrees for the daytime high. Here's Futurecast as we go throughout the day today. I think we'll see numbers right around 80 degrees today, and good news is that we'll have sunshine in store, so it will look nice and it will feel nice outside. As we go for the overnight time frame, temperatures right around the middle and upper 50s as we start off early into your Friday, some lower 50s out there. But as we go for the most of your Friday, notice by Friday morning, we're still pretty dry. We got sunshine, and then clouds will begin to increase by the latter part of your Friday. There will be watching for that frontal boundary as it will approach the area. That will be bringing a few passing showers, maybe even a few rumbles of thunder as a possibility. Really not looking at much rain out of this. In fact, latest model data showing anywhere at least around 1/4 inch of rain out of this. So we're really not expecting much rain. In fact, it's looking more so of a moisture deprived front that moves through. If anything, we'll notice the cool down that comes as we go for the weekend. High of 67 on Saturday. And we got the Harvest Festival. We got clouds around and shower chances, and it's much cooler on Sunday. Don't go anywhere. News 40 Sunrise continues after this.
Hardee's Double Deals pack double the charbroiled beef and melty cheese. Choose a double cheeseburger or bacon double cheeseburger starting at $2.99. Hardee's, goodness in the making. Get exclusive offers on the Hardee's app.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/SokiSurvivor.
Why didn't we do this last year?
Before you were preventing migraine with Qulipta?
And look at me now. You'll never truly forget migraine, but 0 migraine days are possible.
Don't take if allergic to Qulipta. Most common side effects are nausea, constipation, and sleepiness.
Qulipta, the forget you get migraine medicine.
I have moderate to severe plaque psoriasis. Thanks to Skyrizi, I'm on my way with clearer skin. 3 out of 4 people achieved 90% clearer skin at 4 months. And Skyrizi is just 4 doses a year after 2 starter doses.
Serious allergic reactions and an increased risk of infections or a lower ability to fight them may occur. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms, had a vaccine, or plan to.
Nothing on my skin means everything. Ask your dermatologist about Skyrizi. Learn how AbbVie could help you save. At Abound Credit Union, we're for your peace of mind and solutions that are a piece of cake. We're for bills getting smaller and cash flow getting larger. We're for consolidating debt and saving you money, because Abound is for personal loans that bring value for living.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/SokiSurvivor.
CBS celebra el mes de la herencia hispana. CBS celebrates Hispanic Heritage Month.
There's a new flavor in Hardee's Craft Kitchen. Nashville Hot Chicken. Juicy, 100% white meat dipped in buttermilk, hand-breaded and seasoned to bring the heat. Breakfast, lunch, or dinner? New Nashville Hot is goodness in the making.
President Biden is hoping to put an end to hidden fees. Yesterday, he announced a new proposed rule from the Federal Trade Commission that would ban companies from charging so-called junk fees and require them to disclose all pricing up front. Businesses could face a $50,000 fine per violation if the rule is finalized as is in the coming months. The Consumer Financial Protection Bureau has also issued a new policy aimed at stopping banks from charging fees when customers request basic information about their accounts. The United Auto Workers strike against the big 3 U.S. car makers expanded again yesterday. Around 9,000 workers at a Kentucky Ford plant walked out as bargaining talks between the two sides continue to stall. In a statement, Ford called the move, quote, grossly irresponsible but unsurprising. Nearly 5,000 workers have been laid off since the UAW strike began roughly 4 weeks ago. And Coffee Mate is hoping to make fetch happen with its new pink frosting flavored creamer, inspired by the movie Mean Girls. The company's first ever pink creamer will be available in stores nationwide as of January 2024. It marks the film's 20th anniversary. Mean Girls is a production of CBS's parent company, Paramount Global. That's your CBS News Money Watch report. For more, log on to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the CBS Broadcast Center, I'm Jared Hill.
As you've just heard, the Federal Trade Commission says junk fees cost Americans billions of dollars every year. Now the White House wants to change that. We turn to Michael George, who has the details on what this could mean for your wallet. Take a look.
Consumers searching online for a hotel room base their selection on the advertised price. But at checkout, there are often added costs, including resort fees.
fees known as junk fees.
President Biden is pushing for new rules that would force companies to post the full price up front on everything from hotel stays to utility bills.
Folks can end up paying as much as 20% more because of hidden junk fees.
If the rules are finalized, businesses would be banned from charging hidden fees. They'd also be required to show if fees are refundable, and companies that don't disclose fees could be subject to penalties. That would include tickets for concerts and sporting events. Some companies, like Ticketmaster, have already made a change so customers can opt to see prices with fees included. The Biden administration also wants to lower credit card late charges and make cable fees transparent.
Any advice for consumers is how they can avoid or limit the damage these fees are inflicting on them?
I think consumers have to be aware that this is a strategy that many businesses are following.
Chuck Bell with Consumer Reports says until these new measures take effect, consumers need to do their research.
Sometimes you might find that you're on the internet for 15 minutes researching all the fees that you might be charged. But right now, that's the only way to know what the full cost is going to be.
It will likely be months before the proposed rules can be put into place.
A group of menstrual product makers have banded together to reimburse consumers for the sales tax they paid on feminine hygiene products such as tampons, pads, and menstrual cups. Shoppers still pay sales tax on menstruation products in 21 states. This tampon tax coalition calls it an unjust tax on medical necessities. The brands in the partnership include August, Cora, Lola, The Honey Pot, Rail, Here We Flow, Salt, and Diva. Shoppers who bought products in store or online from those brands can submit their receipts through tampontaxback.com. You text a photo of your receipt and the group says they will Venmo or PayPal you back the tax you paid within 24 hours.
All right, it's time for a quick check of your forecast. Weather on the 4s brought to you by Deborah Bros Attorneys at Law. Today's forecast features Porter. Porter says, I'm positive it's sunny. It's going to be a nice sunny day today, unlike yesterday where it was cloudy. And temperatures also trending warmer as well. As far as numbers go right now, we are actually running milder compared to the last few mornings. Currently in the 50s right now, 54 in Bowling Green, 59 in Scottsville. Winds on the light and calm side. Radar pretty dry and quiet out there. That's going to be the case. And our next system that we're watching currently, this wave of low pressure spinning in Nebraska. That's going to be bringing us rain chances as we go for part of the day on your Friday. As we plan things out by the hour over the next 12 hours, temperatures approaching near 80 degrees this afternoon with lots of sunshine in store. Coming up in my full forecast, I'm going to be tracking another cool down on the way. That all just ahead, but stay tuned. News 40 Sunrise continues.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Football Frenzy is back in South Central Kentucky. WNKY News 40 is your home for high school football. The most schools, the most highlights, the most coverage. Catch Football Frenzy Friday nights at 10 on WNKY News 40.
When migraine strikes, you're faced with a choice. Ride it out with the trade-offs of treating, or push through the pain and symptoms. With Ubrelvy, there's another option. One dose works fast to eliminate migraine pain. Treat it anytime, anywhere, without worrying where you are or if it's too late.
Do not take with strong CYP3A4 inhibitors. Allergic reactions to Ubrelvy can happen. Most common side effects were nausea and sleepiness.
Migraine pain relief starts with you. Ask about Ubrelvy. Learn how AbbVie could help you save.
You like to keep your beard perfectly groomed, but she hates all that mess. Now there's VacuTrim by Bell & Howell, the total body shaver that trims your hair and vacuums it up. VacuTrim stainless steel blades give you a precision cut, while the built-in vacuum captures the hair shavings. It has 20 trim settings to shape your beard and tame body hair with no mess. Get VacuTrim with free shipping for only $39.95.
Call 1-800-348-9623. That's 1-800-348-9623 or go to vacutrim.com.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/SokiSurvivor.
Welcome back. You're watching News 40 Sunrise. I'm meteorologist Darius Mack, tracking a warmer day today with sunshine in store. It's going to be a pretty nice, fantastic day for your Thursday. I am going to be tracking some changes, though, for the weekend. Another big cool down on the way. I'll have that in your News 40 Weather Authority full forecast. The time is 6:28. Now it's time for another check at top stories.
Welcome back, and thank you for joining us here on News 40 Sunrise. I'm Ashley Wilson. Let's continue with our top stories. The ongoing UAW strike just got a little bigger as Ford's Kentucky truck plant joined the strike Wednesday. The UAW announced that 8,700 members at Ford's iconic Kentucky plant in Louisville have joined the stand-up strike. The Kentucky truck plant made this decision after Ford refused to make headway in a bargaining agreement. Ford quickly released a statement calling the strike grossly irresponsible but unsurprising. The statement goes on to say that Ford has made an outstanding offer that would improve the quality of life for their 57,000 UAW represented workers. The two sides currently remain at an impasse. We continue to follow the recovery of Simpson County Sheriff Chief Deputy Brett Harper, who was shot in the line of duty Saturday. Simpson County Sheriff Hobson says that after an outpour of community support, his office set up a GoFundMe to raise funds for Deputy Harper. Deputy Harper's family members tell us that his most recent surgery was a success, but he still has a long road to recovery. If you would like to help support Deputy Harper's recovery, you can find his GoFundMe on the Simpson County Sheriff's Facebook page. You can also find additional donation information on our website. That's WNKY.com. And the Warren County Sheriff's Office says they are still working to determine who is responsible for distributing KKK flyers in a local neighborhood. News 40 caught up with Sheriff Brett Hightower to get his thoughts on the Ku Klux Klan flyer that continues to unsettle the community. The flyers were found along Grider Pond Road. The person or group responsible is still not known. The Warren County Sheriff's Department, however, remains interested in the responsible party. Sheriff Hightower tells us what interests him most about the situation.
For us is to identify it, to figure out who these people may be or person may be, and then if we were able to have that information to talk to them, and there may be some charges forthcoming for them disseminating and littering within this neighborhood.
If you have any information, you are asked to contact the Warren County Sheriff's Office. That number is 270-842-1633. Relieving news this morning as we're learning new information about the Glasgow church group that was visiting Israel while the country came under attack. Those folks are now back on American soil. In a Facebook post on Wednesday, River Lake Church shared that their group had landed safely in the U.S. Nick Smith, one of the pastors traveling with the group, posted that the group had landed in Boston and were getting closer to arriving in Barron County. We are also following the return of another church group from Broadway United Methodist Church in Bowling Green, who was also visiting Israel during the time of the attack. The church posted a Facebook message stating that group of about 20 was safely outside of Israel and would be flying home in the coming days. That was another look at your top stories. Now let's check in with Michael for your pet of the day.
It's now time for your pet of the day, brought to you by Morgantown Bank and Trust. Today we have Snowball. He's a Pyrenees. He's a year old. He's a pretty big boy, but he's super sweet, just a little timid. He's kind of shaking a little bit here, but I'm sure that if he has a great home, he's definitely going to be one to run around and doing all kinds of tricks and play. But yeah, if you're interested in Snowball, you can come down to the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society and adopt him today.
Well, Snowball just looks like a snowball.
He does. Oh my gosh, he's so adorable. He looks so calm. He has that calming presence about him. Doesn't look too anxious or anything like that, but he needs a forever family.
He does. So be sure to stop by at the Bowling Green Warren County Humane Society today and help Snowball find a new forever home to go to. And coming up after the break, I'm going to help you plan out your day the News 40 way. Don't go anywhere.
Saturdays are for football. WNKY 40 is your college football headquarters. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40.
When you come in and open an account with us, you can choose to have a shelter pet card. Whenever you use that card and swipe it as a credit transaction, it triggers a donation back to the animal shelters.
They're able to help the shelter in such an easy way.
It's a way to help remotely, and you know that your money is going to be used well. It really means a lot to be a local bank now. We just try to give back in any way we can.
I'm Tony DeCopel. Coming up on CBS Mornings, Frasier is back. We'll look at how the hit show's iconic theme song came together. Plus, a quick and easy meal for you in another edition of The Dish Recipe. That's coming up on CBS Mornings. Looks like a one-panner.
On our places, bright, shiny faces.
When you wake up in the morning, we want to be your go-to team.
Nate has one of the quickest minds I've ever seen.
Tony has a way of making people feel comfortable.
Gailey has this unbelievable knack to ask the question that you're asking at home.
I've been told I could talk to a tree, and that's pretty much true.
I don't go to work in the morning. I go for coffee with my two good friends, and we talk about the world.
Your morning routine just got better. CBS Mornings, weekdays at 7.
My name's Al Fazalahi. Had a terrible T-bone accident. Gentleman blew a stop sign and broadsided me. Airbags went off. I got knocked around really badly. The first lawyer I called didn't return my call. And then I just said, well, you know what? I called Morgan & Morgan. They were in touch with me every step of the way, whether it was by phone call or by text message or Zoom meetings or emails. It made things extremely simple for me. That was a seamless process. It's so easy.
I wake up every morning asking, what's happening in the world? Why is this happening? And how do we answer that question?
Welcome back. Weather on the 4s, brought to you by Deborah Bros Attorneys at Law. Taking a look at the WNKY farm this morning, seeing some fog in the field. A nice October-esque-like morning out there as you're looking across the region. And temperatures not terribly chilly like it's been like the last few mornings. It's into the 50s, so we're running a little milder out there. 54 in Bowling Green, 59 in Scottsville. It's 55 both in Russellville and Franklin this hour, 49 degrees there into Munfordville. And we have those winds that are flowing in from the south and east. And it's the southeast winds that are really going to usher in that warmer feel for us as we go throughout the day today. And the sunshine will help as well. Our next system that we're watching, it's going to be bringing us some breezy conditions and some rain in the forecast, especially by the latter half of Friday, is all associated with this wave of low pressure that is currently spinning into Nebraska. But meanwhile, as we go throughout the day today, we should expect sunshine and temperatures into the middle and upper 70s, approaching 80 degrees later this afternoon. I'll have your full forecast coming up the next little bit, but for now, I'll send it over to Mr. Tommy Modesto.
Thank you, Darius. It is now time for your Thursday edition of Sunrise Spotlight, and with me in studio today is Katie Birch, here to deliver all the great news about Run the Maple 5K for a fantastic cause. Katie, how you doing this morning?
Doing good.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Exciting times. So you guys have Run the Maple 5K benefiting Sawyer's Race for Research. Tell me a little bit about that.
So my son Sawyer, he's 7, and he was diagnosed with a rare metabolic disorder. So his body doesn't have the ability to break down fats for energy, therefore it breaks down his body's muscles. So a few years back, our church family started a 5K, and then this year I wanted to grow it, and I contacted Lily Reihard with the Bowling Green 262, and she put me in contact with Pritesh Patel with Hotel Sync and the Maple Retreat, and he wanted to do a 5K. So now it's Run the Maple 5K, benefiting Sawyer's Race for Research. So we kind of took on a new identity this year, but we're the beneficiary of it. So.
But it's exciting, though. And how important is something like this for the research?
Oh, we actually just went to Pittsburgh with the world leading specialist, and he said Bowling Green, Kentucky has literally moved the mark up a few years of even gene therapy that would cure. It would be a cure.
And this is open for everybody, right?
Yes, absolutely. Open for everybody. There's a kids run, there's 1 mile walk, and then the 5K. There's also a virtual option. So on your own time, you can sign up and do it whenever you want.
All right, so before we head out here, so give me time, place, and where people can go for more information.
We have runsignup.com. You can Google Run the Maple 5K. It will pop up, or you can follow Sawyer's page on Facebook and you'll get all the information. It's at the Maple Retreat, and which is right up the road. It's actually not too far. And the race starts at 8.
All right, well, it sounds like a lot of fun. Make sure to come out and race for a fantastic cause. Like you heard, Bowling Green is moving the map on this. You're going to want to be a part of this. Well, Katie, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Thank you so much for having me. I appreciate it.
Absolutely. Well, when we come back, Darius Mack will have another check of your forecast. Don't go anywhere.
I'm attorney Deborah Brose. I am committed to my clients across South Central Kentucky. But don't just take it from me. If you have any trouble receiving Social Security benefits, call our office today for a free consultation.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
Diversified Electrical is now hiring. Positions include electrician, electrician assistant, and job foreman. Pay range is $18 to $55 per hour. Insurance, holiday pay, vacation, and more great benefits available. Find out more at diversifiedelectrical.com.
If you've been hurt in a wreck, we want to help.
By getting you as much money as we can, as quickly as we can.
If you've been injured in a wreck, before you talk to an insurance company, call Crocker Law Firm.
Call Crocker Law Firm.
It doesn't cost anything to see if we can help.
Uh-oh, you heard a screech outside at night, but you can't see what it is because there's not enough light. You need the Bionic Floodlight from Bell & Howell, the solar-powered, motion-activated, multi-directional floodlight that showers a super span of light. Simply stake it in the yard or mount it anywhere around your home. The onboard solar panel absorbs the sun all day to energize a flood of light at night. No wires or installation frustration. Place them in the ground to illuminate walkways and entryways, or mount it to keep unwanted critters away. Adjust the panels to light your deck and your food on the grill at the same time. Add light by the hot tub or pool. Host the nighttime neighborhood hoops games and enjoy the great outdoors at night. And right now, it's yours for just $29.99, and the shipping is free. Order now and we'll send a second Bionic Floodlight. Just pay a separate fee. And when you call, ask about the contractor's discount on the 4-light family pack. Here's how to order.
Call 1-800-306-9072. That's 1-800-306-9072, or order online at bionicfloodlight.com.
Come on down! Congratulations! You got the bicycle! Hey, let's do this! Waco! $51,000 in cash!
What a day.
The Price is Right. Weekdays on CBS 40.
The price is right!
It's time to tighten up, South Central Kentucky.
WNKY is your official home for the Tennessee Titans.
Watch our games plus the Coach Mike Vrabel Show and Titans All Access.
Only on WNKY News 40, because local matters.
Welcome back. The time is about 6:40. Another full check of your forecast. I'm News 40 meteorologist Darius Mack on this Thursday. Temperatures trending a little bit milder compared to the last few mornings where we were in the 30s and 40s out there. And current numbers running generally into the 50s out there. We've got some 40s, some middle 40s, 46 in Woodbury, 48 degrees there into Campbellsville, 49 there into Hart County. Meanwhile, Scottsville sitting at 58 degrees. It's 54 degrees there into Simpson County. Winds are flowing in from the south and easterly, a light and calm wind across the area. Also noticing some areas of fog out there. As far as radar is concerned, it is a clean sweep to start off this morning. We are in between two systems. What we're watching, though, is the system towards our north and west. That's an area of low pressure that's currently spinning into Nebraska, and that's bringing some showers there near the Omaha area and even some storms extending through Iowa, Illinois, Indiana, and even all the way up towards Ohio there, where you're seeing the rain there. As far as things go, though, towards the south and east, another wave of low pressure that's even bringing some severe warnings in portions of central Florida this hour, and also a lot of rain just mainly across the southeast through the Carolinas as well. I'm going to be tracking some changes in our world of weather, and really more so in the way of temperatures is where we're going to notice these changes. We do have some rain chances to track with the passing front on Friday. Wave of low pressure, it's going to stir up some warmer air from the south ahead of it, but behind it, we'll be watching for that cooler Canadian air to filter in, and also some windy and breezy conditions that will carry into your Saturday as well. Of course, there's the Harvest Fest on Saturday. We'll have some clouds around and maybe even a few shower chances. But notice 76 on Friday and then 67 on Saturday. Continues to drop as we go into the weekend. Could also see days where we'll struggle to even make it to 60 degrees for high. So it'll give us a November-like chill as we go by the weekend as well. Here's your futurecast as we go throughout the day. We got sunshine in store, so this is an improvement compared to yesterday where we had those clouds around. Temperatures this afternoon will make a run towards 80 degrees, and then overnight tonight, temperatures dropping down into the 50s. We'll be somewhere in the lower 50s by early into the day for your Friday. And the thing about Friday is that most of the day is dry, and then as we go throughout the latter part of the day, we are going to be watching for a few shower chances. Maybe an occasional rumble of thunder is possible, but as we go throughout your Friday, you'll really notice that cool down that follows on Saturday. That's your 7-day forecast with your weekend always in view. Now it's time to wish our friends happy birthday in today's Soki's Birthday Club.
At Brewster's, we believe life is a celebration. Don't limit yourself to birthdays or holidays. Create a custom cake anytime. Our creamy homemade ice cream catapults the ordinary into the extraordinary. Treat yourself today at Brewster's.
The wait is over. FanDuel Sportsbook's officially live.
America's #1 sportsbook is here.
FanDuel makes it so easy to get started.
You can bet on all your favorite teams,
all your favorite sports, even all your favorite golfers.
Plus, you can play any way you want.
Everything from live bets to same game parlay.
And you can get paid instantly. That's like the whole point of winning.
New customers bet $5 and get $200 in bonus bets guaranteed. Make every moment more with FanDuel.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services by Attorney Trade Days. Attention all business owners. Did you own a business with 4 or more full-time W-2 employees between October 2020 and September 2021? If so, you may be entitled up to $26,000 per employee as part of the CARES Act. Don't miss out on your opportunity for compensation. Call now for a free consultation.
Call 1-800-613-5408.
Want professional exterior lights? You need Disc Lights by Bell & Howell, the portable solar outdoor LED lights that lie flat to create a cascade of light. Disc Lights convert the sun's energy into solar energy to run all night and turn on and off automatically. Disc Lights are just right for your outdoor decor. And now they're yours for just $19.95 with free shipping. But there's more. Order today and you can get a second set of 4 Disc Lights. Just pay a separate fee. So don't delay. Order your Bell & Howell Disc Lights today. Call now.
Saturdays are for football. WNKY 40 is your college football headquarters. Watch games all day on WNKY, CBS 40, and NBC 40. Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/Soki Survivor.
Welcome into sports. We start at Warren Central High School for our girls soccer 4th region update. Bowling Green took the first match at Warren Central, beating Todd County Central, the Lady Rebels, 7-0. And then it was all Gators as Greenwood chomped the Russellville Panthers 10-0. The two teams will square off in tonight's championship at 6 p.m. also at Warren Central. And then over at the Pit, the 4th region boys soccer tournament was in full swing. First match of last night was Warren Central. They took care of business against Todd County Central. That score was 4-1. And then just after that, South Warren and Franklin Simpson squared off, and it was a Spartan aggressive performance as they scored 2 goals in less than 1 minute of play. South Warren dominated the Wildcats in this one 6-0. They will face off against each other also tonight at the Pit at 6 p.m. And on the collegiate pitch, WKU soccer returns home after losing to the UTEP Miners in El Paso 1-0. The Tops will face off against the La Tech Bulldogs, who have yet to win a conference match this season. WKU sits 6th in the conference, while La Tech is 8th. Kickoff is set for 7 p.m. tonight at the WKU Soccer Complex. That's a look at sports. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, Maxwell. Bowling Green High School learned about the importance of citizenship this week, learning more about how important voting is in an election really is. News 40's Noah Fairber was there and has our story.
At Bowling Green High School, students learned what good citizenship is and how to do their civic duty.
This summer, we came up with the idea of having Flex Wednesdays. So once a month, we're going to pause from all of our classes, and we're going to go over something that that people may say, why don't you teach them that in school? So today was about citizenship, and we had a voting experience for our students, and then of course a panel discussion from local public officials.
The panel consisted of state officials as well as local city commissioners who spoke to students about how they can get involved in their community.
Part of what I love about this high school is that we've got people from all over our city representing all different kinds of cultures and religions and walks of life in this place. And we know, right, when all of our voices are heard and we see things from different perspectives, that we're going to make better decisions when we've learned about the issue from all sides.
Students were able to cast their vote, not for any candidate or decision that impacts their city, but on issues that will shape the future of their school.
The name of our coffee shop that's coming up.
Parking's always been a bit of an issue here. It was last year. It's not as much this year.
We're voting on like a bunch of school decisions for everyone. I think that's cool that we all can do that together. Assigned parking spots, which I feel like could be either very chaotic, but also very good at the same time for the school.
Commissioners hope the students take away more than just how to properly cast a ballot.
Even if they run themselves one day, even though if they lose, kind of like what Commissioner Beasley Brown has said, about failure, or if their candidate loses, it doesn't mean that their issue is automatically dead. Sometimes persistence is key, and sometimes it may take a while for it to pass.
In Bowling Green, because local matters, Noah Fairber, WNKY News 40.
Coming up after the break, we'll learn about how Kentucky has more ties to this spooky side of things than you'd expect in today's Throwback Thursday. Plus, meteorologist Darius Mack is back with a check of your forecast. Stay close.
Home is more than a house. Wherever you are in your journey of homeownership, German American Bank is here to support you. Our team of dedicated mortgage loan professionals can help you with lending solutions featuring low or no down payment, assistance for closing costs and improvement projects, or even loans specifically for first-time home buyers. We're here to tell you, homeownership is achievable. German American Bank, member FDIC.
Oh, what's up? You watching the game? Or maybe the one later? Put a little BetMGM action on it now. Any game becomes the game. When you got overs and unders, you're in it every time they throw the ball, kick the ball, dribble the ball. Maybe it's not even a ball. Who needs a ball? Now that bet's got you watching every inning, half, round, period, set, hole, a lap. Right from the edge of your seat. Hit him with the promo.
Do you have what it takes to be the sole survivor? Join WNKY News 40 October 17th for the Survivor Casting Call at Bowling Green Ballpark. To learn more and see if you have what it takes, visit WNKY.com/SokiSurvivor.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. Attention cancer victims who use the weed killer Roundup. A federal jury unanimously found that Monsanto's popular weed killer Roundup was a substantial factor in causing cancer. You may be entitled to financial compensation. If you or a loved one used Roundup weed killer and were diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma, call the number on your screen now.
Call 1-800-347-0252.
Name an animal the wife doesn't mind her husband calling her. Piggy. Don't do that.
Family Feud. Weeknights at 5 and 6:30.
A story's just begun. Why did you want to share your story? Water up this high? Where are these coming from?
That's the million-dollar question.
I'm a very curious person. I wake up every morning asking what's happening in the world, why is this happening, and how do we answer that question on the CBS Evening News?
Welcome back to News 40 Sunrise. It's just about 52 minutes past the hour. The man who directed the original 1931 Dracula film was from Kentucky. Todd Browning was often considered the filmmaker version of Edgar Allan Poe. News 40's Talia Butler tells the tale in this week's Throwback Thursday.
In October 2022, the Warren County Public Library hosted an evening with Bram Stoker at the Capitol, the nearest living relative of the man who wrote Dracula. We told the real story behind the Count, one of horror's oldest villains. This week, we tell the story of Todd Browning, the Louisville man who directed the 1931 Dracula, the first ever and most famous Dracula film starring Bela Lugosi. Todd Browning was one of the most famous vaudeville, circus, carnival, freak show actors and directors who ever lived, and was often called the film version of Edgar Allan Poe, this season's most famous literary giant. Todd Browning was born in July 1880 in Louisville. His birth name was Charles Albert Browning Jr., but he changed his name soon after running away from home at 16 to join the traveling circus. Todd is the German word for death, and he was obsessed with the macabre, unusual, and unsettling. He spent over a decade traveling in sideshows around the country, learning contortionism, acting, and discovering truths about the freaks and weirdos associated with the darker side of the performances. At one point, his live burial act was deemed the living corpse, and he was a sad clown for the famous Ringling Brothers Circus. He signed his first major movie deal in 1913 with famous Hollywood director D.W. Griffith, 5 years his senior and also a Kentuckian. Ironically, Griffith and his wife showed up at the Verna Gard Taylor murder trial in 1937 to watch what happened with former Warren County Judge Henry Denhart, who we featured earlier this month. The films Browning directed were mostly melodramas featuring themes of the exotic, the bizarre, criminals, or mysteries. These were all familiar things, as Browning spent his life surrounding himself with the unusual and often dangerous. Browning had a terrible drunk driving accident where he ran his car into a train and killed a passenger, and that experience would bring out particularly deadly and horror themes in his directing. The 1931 Dracula film was the first horror movie to have sound. The talkie Browning directed and produced starred Bela Lugosi, the man who would become the forever face of Dracula, the original and most feared version. Browning's final 20 years were spent as an alcoholic recluse in Malibu. His wife died in 1944, and he never remarried or went out into the social circles or industry again. He developed cancer of the larynx in 1962 and died at home alone that year. That's it for this week, brought to you by Hart County Tourism and the Kentucky Museum in Bowling Green, because local matters. Talia Butler, WNKY News 40.
Good morning across the region as we're taking a look at the WKU farm, courtesy of the Kentucky Mesonet site. We got some fog out there to start off, but otherwise today we got more in the way of sunshine, which is certainly going to be good news today. Unlike yesterday where we had the clouds. Temperatures into the 50s right now, 57 in Scottsville, 54 in Franklin, 54 there into Russellville, 46 in Woodbury. We have those winds flowing in from the east and southeast this morning, generally a light and calm wind. Radar dry and quiet today, and that is going to be the case. You're going to be tracking some rain chances by the latter part of the day for your Friday, and that's all going to be associated with this wave of low pressure that's currently in Nebraska. That's bringing some rain and wind across, say, Nebraska into South Dakota and all over towards Iowa this hour. As we plan things out over the next 12 hours, plan for sunshine, temperatures approaching near 80 degrees by this afternoon. Don't go anywhere. We're wrapping up News 40 Sunrise after this.
Join the WNKY News 40 weather team. Visit WNKY.com to become a weather watcher.
I had just gotten off work. All of a sudden, I was hit from behind. I had blood all over my face and it was on my shirt. I immediately thought of Morgan & Morgan, that initial first phone call and conversation. It felt like reaching out to a friend. All of the correspondence was done pretty much by email and text. I barely had to lift a finger. I would absolutely recommend Morgan & Morgan to family and friends and even strangers because that's how much it helped me. It's easier than you think.
On behalf of the Bowling Green Area Chamber of Commerce, we'd like to welcome our newest partners. We'd like to encourage you to support all of our partners at the Bowling Green Area Chamber of Commerce.
Non-attorney spokesperson. This is a paid advertisement for legal services sponsored by Nightline Legal. Cases assigned on a random basis to participating law firms. If you or a loved one were exposed to paraquats and later diagnosed with Parkinson's disease, call right now. You may be entitled to financial compensation. Paraquats, a highly toxic commercial herbicide, has been linked to a significant increased risk in developing Parkinson's disease. Call now to find out if you qualify. Don't be a victim. Get the help you deserve. There are time deadlines to file a claim, so don't wait. Call right now.
Call 1-800-651-9085.
You never know who you're helping by sharing your story.
Don't let nobody hold you down.
And like people think y'all look alike.
You can be our son.
I love Jennifer.
Weekdays at 2 on NBC 40.
I wake up every morning asking what's happening in the world, why is this happening, and how do we answer that question?
Another fascinating Throwback Thursday from Talia Butler.
It was.
The spooky that surrounds Bowling Green and South Central Kentucky and just Kentucky in general.
All of the spooky history.
Director of Dracula is from Kentucky. What?
What are
Dracula,
the odds?
Halloween, like the director of Halloween.
It's just.
I love it.
It's so interesting how all of this, Kentucky is part of it.
Kentucky is a big deal, people. Such a big deal. I love my home state. But this is the time to watch all the spooky movies.
It is. It's the
time. Have you watched any scary movies yet?
I have not watched any spooky or scary movies
Not even like
yet.
Hocus Pocus?
I haven't even watched Hocus Pocus
yet. Okay, you got to get on that bandwagon.
I got to get on the bandwagon and start watching some of the spookies.
Yes, that's what I started. The month off. Have to watch Hocus Pocus, Practical Magic. I just finished. I'm a little behind the times here. The Netflix series Wednesday.
Oh, okay. Actually,
perfect time of the year to watch this, by the way.
Yes, I have.
It is so good. Everyone said it was, but I was behind the times, and I finally caught up.
It is a good series.
But it's kind of scary. It's got some scary parts.
And Jenna Ortega.
Yes.
Just
unbelievable.
Great.
What a talent.
So.
What I just come in here Wednesday. I'm wearing black today. I am Wednesday. Let me just braid my hair.
There you go.
And just stare.
And then I'm not superstitious, but I'm a little stitious. Tomorrow's the
October
13th.
Well, we're gonna have spooky weather tomorrow then.
I think we'll have more some nice weather. Maybe a little spooky by the latter part of Friday. We're gonna be watching for rain chances and some windy conditions that carry us into early Saturday. Clouds still lingering, and then also temperatures dropping as well. It's gonna be much cooler as we go through the weekend, Ashley.
All right, thank you, Darius, and thank you all for joining us today. We look forward to seeing you right back here tomorrow on Friday the 13th at 6 a.m. But stick around. Your network news is next.